Okay, from your AutoCAD software, open the downloaded drawing. In my case, I already opened it before, so it's shown here. So all I need to do is click on the drawings that I've downloaded, open it up. You should see something like what I have on the screen. Now the first thing I'll do is I will save this drawing. So what do? Is I do a save as. Save as. And I will give it a name. I'll give my drawing the name of what I have created in my manual copy. Maybe I will say my name, YKG, robot. Right? This is to make sure that whatever changes I have is already done there. Now what happens is that there is already, if I mouse over these objects here, you notice that they already been drawn for me. So all I need to do now is to move them to the squares here so that I will create the drawing that I wanted. Now you notice that at the top of the slides there are 4 commands, commonly used commands, and the space bar and the escape key. Now these are the 6 items that we will need to use to create my creation. Now the first thing I want to do is to make a copy of this, let's say a triangle. So what do? Now for AutoCAD it's very important to look at the command line here. The command line shows me what AutoCAD is waiting for. Right? At the moment there is nothing here, so AutoCAD is actually having a rest. So the first thing I want to do is I want to move, let's say I want to move an object. So what I want to do is, okay, I type M-O-V-E. M-O-V-E. Notice that AutoCAD gave a lot of suggestion. So what I need to do is just type M-O-V. Once the word's there, it's an enter button. See what happened is AutoCAD asks me which object I want to move. So what I want to do is I want to move this triangle. Just this triangle. So I select the triangle using my mouse and key enter. Now what happens is now AutoCAD asks me identify a base point that you want me to reference this object. So I click in the center here and I start moving it. Let's say I want to create this is the robot eyes. So I create it by positioning at a certain particular location. First, I select the object that I want to copy. Type copy. Ask me to choose a base, line or reference point. I select it and I move it. Set to this point. And if I'm happy with it, key enter key to drop out of this command. Notice what happened? The command has gone blank. So if this represents the eye of the robot, next I want to move this little triangle. Or maybe I use this one. I move it up a bit. So what I do is I type move again. Select the object. Key enter. Select the reference point. And I move this object up here. I can position it where I want it accurately. And maybe I want to move the other 2 objects as well, so I just do the move command. Select this object, enter, move it up. Maybe this forms the leg of the robot. Finally, I want to move the circle. Do the same thing, move. Select the object, press enter, and move the circle up. Right. Now, I want to copy again. I want to copy, so I say copy, enter, this circle, enter, select the point, base point here, and move to here. So I have created a robot eyes. Now if it's still hanging on to this, a very useful command to use is the escape key. Key the escape key, it will cancel all command whether it's done or in between. Then I want to do a copy of the smaller rectangle, enter, and move one to this side. Key the escape key again to do this. Now another useful function is this space bar. Now space bar, see what happens when I press the space bar. AutoCAD automatically repeat the last command. That means I want to copy something else again. So in this case, let's say I want to, once I press the space bar, AutoCAD say what object do I want to copy. So I select this, key enter, and select a reference point and create another block here. Alright, it's still waiting for me to do a copy command, so I can actually create another copy here. Okay, if I want to do a rotation, for example, if instead of the rectangle in this form, I want to rotate this rectangle. So what do? I type the rotate command, R-O-T-A-T-E, rotate, enter. Again, AutoCAD asks me to select the object. So I click on this rectangle, key enter. And it asks me for the base point. Now base point is the point that is referenced to. Notice what happened. The minute I click, it assumes that I'm going to rotate. Now this is free rotation, which is not what I want. So it is better for me to type exactly the angle that I want to rotate to. So what do? Is I come down here, I just type 90, enter. So the rectangle is now standing vertically upwards. So if I want to repeat this command, all I need to do is type the space bar, select the object, enter, select the base point, enter, not enter, sorry. Since now here it's already set to 90 degree, I just do enter, and then I have it. Alright, so that is the rotate bar. I can identify here. The first destination point, I identify here. Second source point, I identify here. Third source point, I identify here. And I key enter. Okay, first I want to use the rotate command. So I type R-O-T-A-T-E, rotate. I want to rotate this object. So I select it and key enter. I select the base point. Now to accurately rotate it, I type 90 degrees. So it rotates to the vertical position. Similarly, I repeat this command by keying in the space bar. Select the object that I'm interested in, key enter, select the reference point, and since this time is already set to 90 degrees, I just key enter. So basically I have rotated the two rectangular box. So now I want to align these with the robot's body. So I key align, enter, choose the object I want to align, key enter, identify the first source. So to do this, identify the destination source here and enter. So this object gets moved out in line with this. Similarly, I can repeat this command, choose this object, key enter, select the point that I want to reference and where I want it to move to, and key enter. So I've just moved the two hands up. So that is the align command. Now, zoom command is very useful, especially when you have a lot of drawing all over the place. For example, if I were to draw something which is outside, for example, look, there's something here, right? If I zoom in all the time, I may not see it. So what I do is I do a zoom command, ZOOM. Now there is many way of zooming, so I'm more interested in the first one, which I type all, A, and enter. Notice what happened. AutoCAD will automatically show me everything that I've drawn, even though it's outside the boundary. So suddenly I realize that I have one extra triangle here. So I can select it and delete it away. Now this time what happens if I repeat the zoom command? Sorry, not zoom, no, it's erase. Let's cancel this using the escape key. And I type zoom, ZOOM. Select all. Notice that AutoCAD has now zoomed in to only those things that I have drawn. And that is a very handy command. So here you are. I have created a simple drawing. So the last thing I need to do now is to make sure I save my drawing again. So I do a save to the file that I've already labeled. And my drawing is done.